Hello guys, this is Reza. Welcome to my channel. So this one is a little unexpected. I actually stumbled upon a plugin called ZibraGDS almost by accident, and after checking it out, the team gave me a 30-day trial version to test inside Unreal Engine. And honestly, if you work with heavy simulations, Alembic caches, destruction, cloth, liquids, or any kind of animated geometry that you usually make inside Unreal Engine, well, it makes the engine cry a little bit. So this plugin is definitely worth looking at, and I'm going to show you how to actually install the plugin and how to make it work. So let's get started. Okay, to be fully transparent, this is what I received from ZibraGDS. There was a hyperlink in there that took me to Google Drive, and there was a zip file I could download. Now, what is the zip file? It's this one right here, which I unzipped. That includes some tests, Alembic files, along with a small preview if you just want to test something and you don't have access to the Alembic files. That gives you some test examples to choose from. You can see most of them are liquid simulations simply because they're pretty heavy, and the actual plugin along with a documentation. So how do you install this? You go into your main project and look for the plugins folder. If you don't have it, create it manually. Go in there and simply drag and drop your entire folder into this plugins folder. Once that's done, fire up Unreal Engine. Once you're in there, there are only two steps you need to make: activating the plugin, putting the license key. So you go into plugin, type in Zibra, and you've got ZibraGDS. You activate it. Same goes with ZibraVDB, does exactly the same thing. So to give you a bit of idea, ZibraGDS and of course ZibraVDB, both designed to help you bring large geometry sequences into Unreal Engine and play them back in real time without the usual pain of massive file size, slow viewport performance, or having to fake everything with workarounds. So instead of saying, okay, this is too heavy, let's render it offline, the idea here is compress the geometry, stream it more efficiently, and make it usable directly inside Unreal Engine. And of course, we wouldn't say no to that. Once those are all enabled and you restart the engine, next step is to put in the license key. So you go to project settings and search for Zibra, and it's going to bring the license key where you can put in your license key, press enter, and it's going to activate the plugin. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I've got a very simple scene, but I'm going to bring a very cool electricity type of effect, which is an Alembic. Now, that takes me to the next step. Just because you're using ZibraGDS doesn't mean it's going to magically create the simulation for you. You still need to create your sim somewhere else. Either download it from the internet or use software packages like Houdini or another DCC to bring the cache into Unreal Engine. And depending on your project hardware, cache size, and format, there will be still limits. So don't look at it as fix everything type of button. Now, for the purpose of this video, I didn't spend any time in Houdini. I downloaded everything that I wanted from the Pixel Lab collection. Definitely check them out. They've got great variety of VDB, Alembic, so on and so forth. I used their content in the past with my introduction to VDB video and 2-hour video on motion graphics in Unreal Engine. I use their content, so they're fantastic. I put the link in the description, and that link is going to take you straight to their website. Even if you look at ZibraGDS video, they also use the Pixel Lab content. Great starting point, highly recommended. Now, I used the electricity pack. So if I go into content, electricity, if I right click and go to properties, you can see the file size is almost 4 GB. Let's see how GDS is going to compress it, and if I feel sort of comfortable running this in real time. So let's go in there. You don't see any buttons on the user interface. You go straight into Tool, ZibraGDS, and Compress Alembic file. That's where you point to that Alembic file. I'm going to select it. I honestly didn't need to play around with any of these options because it brought exactly the same product. But I guess if you want to sort of play around with some of these to get a fancier result, you sure can. I didn't test it out because I didn't run into any problems. I got exactly what I wanted. Now remember, 3.99 gigabyte. I'm going to go compress. It reads through the sequence. I'm getting the confirmation, compressed successfully. Now let's go in there and bring that in. I'm going to increase the size a little bit, maybe 100. And because animate is enabled, you can see it's going to go through the animation and cycle it. I am going to assign a material to it, or a material instance, and there you go. Now it's going to play back with no issues. So I can sort of go in there and have a look around and get close. No lag whatsoever. But now here's the magic. If I go into the content drawer and hover my mouse, look at the disk size, 111 megabyte. And I'm getting, honestly, the exact same result as if it was 4 gigabyte. So it did a fantastic job of compressing the Alembic without cutting corners, and I'm getting a really decent result. Now you may ask whether I can sort of put that Alembic file on the level sequencer. Well, you sure can. You go into add level sequence, and I'm just going to create one called test. Let's bring that in. I can go and access ZibraGDS playback component, and from here I can go with frame rate, current frame, animate, auto activate. So if you want to create lightning, you can turn it on and off, all sorts of things. And again, if you don't know which one is animatable, which one is not, if you see a little diamond right next to each one of these guys, it means that yes, you can actually animate them. So all you need to do is to turn off animate and manually keyframe those as you wish. That should do it. I hope you found this video useful. It was brief, but have it in your back pocket in case if you want to pitch that to the studio that you work for, or if you're a freelancer and you constantly deal with large size Alembic files, this can really alleviate a little bit of pressure off of your shoulder. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Until the next one, see you guys later.